Hello, 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 and welcome to hopefully another edutaining episode of Create Simple Meals, where you know we only have 3 rules. You must have passion, you must have patience, and you must be willing to practice. So, today's show, we're going to do I'm calling them sweet heat wings. It's a sticky fried wing. Think buffalo wings, but without the buffalo. So a little background about it. Me and my daughter was heading to Waffle Love on Saturday to eat. And I got to talking about, I want to figure out a different chicken wing recipe. So we were sitting there talking about some of the ingredients, and one of them was like, we do some hot sauce, maybe a little bit of garlic, and then together we said brown sugar. So the recipe, real simple for the sauce, is right now we got a cup of brown sugar. We're going to put a cup of hot sauce and about a teaspoon of garlic, and that's it, and let that simmer for 10 minutes. While you at it, folks, while we're getting this pot hot, please hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you know that we're on. Please like and follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to tap into us on TikTok. For this recipe and all previous recipes, visit createsimplemeals.com. Email me at askme@createsimplemeals.com. Hit that chatting button while you're there, and please, please, please keep on sharing this video and this feed with your friends and family alike. All right, so first thing we're gonna do, we brine the chicken first. So the brine was a real simple brine that we used. We took some a third cup of salt, third cup of sugar, a bay leaf, about a teaspoon of some cayenne pepper, and we boiled that in about 5 gallons of water, or 5 liters of water, to dissolve the sugar and the salt. Let that cool down, and you put your chicken wings in there, and that's a basic brine. You're going to use that, and that's going to get this chicken flavored all the way through. Tip for y'all who do chicken, and sometimes it be dry, brine your chicken. Matter of fact, Thanksgiving is coming up, so even with your turkeys, go ahead and brine them too. So let me go ahead and get over to this sink and drain these wings out. And while those are draining, we're gonna go ahead and start this sauce while the what am I trying to say? The oil is getting hot. So for the sauce, again, real simple sauce. We're gonna make it real sticky. We have a cup of brown sugar in there. We're gonna add in a cup of your favorite hot sauce. Y'all know me. I'm a Crystal man, so I'm using Crystal. And to that, you're gonna add in about a teaspoon or so of some garlic. I'm gonna give a little bit more just because I can. And a third cup of honey. 1 boogie woogie, 2 boogie woogie, 3 boogie woogie. That's about a third of a cup of honey. And we're gonna go ahead and just mix this and let that come to a boil and simmer. And that's gonna be that. Now, while that is cooking, let's go ahead, get this oil up. Now, I've been playing with a little something, folks, for my frying method. I know normally you do it at 350. I've been playing with something especially with floured chicken. Those of you, my personal friends who follow me on my excursions throughout New York, I went to this restaurant, Melba's Soul Food in Harlem, New York. And when I say that was the lightest crust chicken I ever had in my life, it was the lightest crust chicken I ever had in my life. But I noticed, because she was on Beat Bobby Flay, that when she did it, she cooked her chicken at a lower temperature. So I'm actually try that and see, can I get that same flavor, flavor of lightness. Hey, what's going on, Adrian? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate y'all support. So again, if you just now getting in here, we're gonna do a sweet heat sticky wing. Real basic wing. We brined it off overnight. You can do anywhere from 2 hours to overnight. but I did an overnight in a basic brine, a third cup of sugar, third cup of salt, and about 5 gallons of water with a bay leaf and a little bit of cayenne pepper. And we let that sit overnight, drain that off. Now we got our fryer coming up. We're gonna go ahead and fry them naked, and then we're gonna toss them. After we toss them in the sauce, we're gonna bake them for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna show you the final product. So I'm gonna need y'all a little bit more interactive today because we're gonna have a lot of dead time in here. Quick thing, this any of you that want to get into whiskey but not really there, a buddy of mine bought me this, it's called 1982 Straight, but it's a whiskey wine. I know, crazy, but it's a whiskey wine, so it gives you the flavor of whiskey without the of whiskey. So it's 1982 Kentucky Straight. I like it. This is well, my first glass tonight, but I've been drinking this pretty heavily. Let's go ahead and check this oil. All right, grab me a pair of tongs. And we're just gonna put these in there, folks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And we're gonna go ahead and let them cook. Echo, set timer, 8 minutes. Now, you want these cooked most of the way, but I'm gonna try to talk a little louder because I'm not sure how loud that fryer is. You want these cooked most of the way, but not 100% all the way. And the reason being is because you're gonna, y'all heard me say this on a few shows, it's gonna keep cooking, number one. But two, we're going to put this in this oven and cook it more to get that stickiness on it. So that's why you don't want to over cook it in the fryer because you don't want it to dry out. Even though you brined it and that's going to give you a lot of leadway, you still don't want to dry it out. And I think this sauce might be about, I'm gonna let it simmer a little bit more. Now, for those of you that like chicken, so next week, I know I was supposed to post it last week when I got back from New York. My bad, I forgot, had a lot going on. But next week, I promise you it's going to come on. It may not come, for those of you on Facebook, it may not be there, but the link is on Facebook. We're doing Snoop Dogg's famous fried chicken. So if y'all then watch some of these food wars, Snoop Dogg did this fried chicken with, and he beat out on a taste test about 8 world-renowned chefs. So kudos to Snoop Dogg. But the trick to his, he actually puts potato chips. So what I did 2 versions. One with regular old potato chips, and then one with a flavored, I can't remember if I did barbecue or sweet and sour or sour cream, whatever it was, I did 2 different chips. So tune in next week, 7 o'clock. The show is already pre-prepped and loaded. Please tune in next week and watch it. It will not be live. I'm going to try to get it to go to Facebook directly for those of you on Facebook. But if not, it is in the invite for Facebook, the link that takes you directly to YouTube. Echo, how long left on my timer? Echo, how many minutes on my timer? All right, we got 5 minutes left on that. Let me go ahead and move this out the way. and get this oven ready. I did this the other night because I was kind of nervous. I haven't used the oven, outside oven on here since the earlier days, so I had to test it out to make sure it worked. But a testament to this wing recipe. So I did it the other night, testing it out. My daughter had them. She texted me today and she was like, "Dad, can you make me 25 wings so I can have a..." I promise you I ain't lying. She wanted me to make her 25 wings so she can have for lunch and dinner because I'm about to bounce out again. And I'm like, well, I can't do 25 wings because I've already frozen them, unless you want to thaw them out. So tomorrow I'll make her po' boys instead. But that just lets you know how good these wings are because she literally asked for 25 wings. Nah, Adrian, will I ever do a show and not have a drink? That is highly unlikely, except for the month of January. So in January, I always go sober for a month because I have to detox before I go to Mardi Gras and get with my family because we're on a different level when we're doing Mardi Gras. So that is the only time you'll probably ever see me on this show not drinking, and that's the month of January when I go sober like a lot of other folks do too. No, so do I season chicken? No. Oh, thanks, Tyrone. You like the shirt? This is made by Petty Phrases, and it says, as y'all can see, what's for dinner? No, so, Adrian, no, I did not season the chicken. So when you brine it, same thing for those you thinking about Thanksgiving. When you brine your chicken, it's going to season all the way through and give you a flavor. The other reason I didn't season, if I was going to fry this in a different way and not put in the sauce, I would have seasoned a little bit more, not too much. But the reason I didn't put any extra sauce is because, frankly, it's going to get hid in this sauce. Once we toss it in and bake it, that sauce is going to penetrate as well. But no, for this, when you brine it and you're doing it in the sauce, you don't need to season afterwards. Now, a thing about brining, Thanksgiving time, again, I'm keep talking about that because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. Two pet peeves I have. One, going somewhere where somebody got dry turkey. And two, when folks have my turkey asking the dumb behind question of, well, did you boil this turkey? Because how it's so tender. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, but I've been asked that on multiple occasions. Folks come for Thanksgiving. No, I don't boil turkey. I ain't got a vessel big enough to boil turkey. But I do brine my turkey. So that's going to season it all the way through, give you that flavor, keep it moist, keep it tender. Definitely do a brine. And then you can go less salt on the outside of the bird when you season it up. And just do your more aromatics, like what if you're doing garlic or whatever y'all doing, y'all turkeys when y'all doing them. But the salt, the savoriness is already going to be penetrated through that meat by letting it brine. Now, I ain't going to lie, for Thanksgiving, I brine them turkeys about 48 hours before I smoke them. Although I vowed, Tyrone, don't get mad, I vowed I'm not smoking a turkey this year. I'm probably just going to just go back to regular old bacon or roasting because I ain't done that in a million years. Or I might fry it. So the sauce, how thick is the sauce? The sauce is not very thick at all because we're gonna put it in the oven and get it sticky. But if you were gonna use this sauce for a dipping sauce, or you did not want to bake it to get it sticky and you wanted a thicker sauce, what you would do is you would add in maybe a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, add to that a 1/4 cup of water, and make a slurry. My sister in her head said, y'all talking about them slurries. You make a cornstarch slurry, mix that into your sauce, low simmer, and it'll thicken up very, very fast. The same way when I do my teriyaki, which is also on the Create Simple Meals website. But this sauce, see, can I give you another shot of it? This sauce is not very thick at all. Now, partially because it's also still very hot. So the viscosity hasn't really tightened up. It will once it cools down, but on its own, it's not a thick sauce at all. It's a little bit less viscous than ketchup when it cools down, or a little bit less thicker than ketchup when it cools down. Echo, how many minutes left on my timer?
You have 10 seconds left.
All right, 10 seconds left, folks. We're going to go ahead and start pulling these out and letting them drain. I don't know how good of a, probably ain't that great of a picture y'all can see on there. Echo, stop. But they are a nice golden brown. So, now what we're going to do, we're going to take these out and we're going to toss them. Put a little bit in here. And see, can I work my magic? Actually, let me let y'all see how they look before I toss them. I don't know if you can see that, but everybody close I'm gonna get with these bad lighting. But yeah, you want that nice golden brown to them when you're done. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead and give these a quick toss in here, and you're gonna put them, move this out of my way. And we're going to start layering these into the oven. Can you give me a towel, please? Now, you really want to get these really, really tossed. So you don't want to, take your time. Ain't no rush, but you want them fully tossed in that sauce all the way around. Yeah, thank you. Did you want me to leave you a couple of these naked? Okay. You're cutting into my daughter's 25 though, right? The wife's still on that low carb, which January and February I will be joining her. So I am working on, for those of you that are health conscious, I am working on a bunch of keto-friendly meals with keto low carb meals for us to do in January. All right, so I'm gonna leave the rest of them in there. And now we're doing that. We're gonna use the rest of that sauce when it's all said and done. We're gonna put this on for 10 minutes. All right, bake, broil, bake, and time that for 10 minutes. All right, folks, we're going to let that cook for 10 minutes. Then once it's done cooking, we're going to go ahead and retoss it in the sauce to give it a little bit of extra stickiness. And we're cooking this at about 375. You can do 375, 400 degrees. Because basically all you're doing is trying to caramelize that sauce on there and make it really, really adhere to it. Again, if you just now tuning in, please hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that notification bell so that you know we're on. Like and follow us on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and tap into us on TikTok. For this show and our previous shows, visit createsimple.com. Email us at askme@createsimple.com. Hit that chat button there. You can talk to me one-on-one directly. And please continue sharing this video with your friends and your family. So while this is cooking, we're going to go ahead and drop this, close that, start straightening up a little bit. I can actually cover my sauce for right now. That. out the way. And I'm going to pour me another one of these 1982 Kentucky Straight whiskey wine. Well, I tell you, they come with anything, a whiskey wine. Again, do not forget, folks, tune in next week for the Snoop Dogg's fried chicken challenge, where I tried to do his recipe exactly as he has written it. I tried it before, I liked it, so I decided to record it for y'all to see. But the reason it's pre-recorded because there's a bunch of steps to it. It's a simple meal, but it ain't a quick meal. It requires brining. Matter of fact, the same brine that I use tonight with a simple twist is in that same brine that he does on his. But you do have to brine it. You got to batter it. You got to let it cool down. You got to fry it again. So it's a lot of steps. So it's something I couldn't do live, but I did edit it so the show is still under 30 minutes. And then keep sending me your emails and your recommendations, because I do have about 5 or 6 recipes in the queue from viewers and fans that sent me in to do, one of which is a Jamaican beef patty. So I'm going to try it in this first, but the idea was, because when they asked me to do it, I said I can't do beef patty because it requires bacon, and it might take a little bit too long. I didn't really want to play with this thing. But, so the viewer says, well, how about deep frying them? And I'm like, shh, don't threaten me with a good time. So I'm going to see can I get one perfected, and then we're going to do a deep fried Jamaican beef patty or chicken patty, or, well, if y'all want to go that far with it, I guess you do tofu, but I ain't going that far with it. We're going to do a Jamaican beef patty and chicken patty coming soon, along with the other recipes that's been emailed to me. But please send me more ideas. Keep it in mind, if you want to see it live, it has to be something I can do in 30 minutes or less and do with either a griddle, small oven, or a fryer. Or I can do it, edit it, and then upload it later on. Oh, wait a minute, Adrian, you said what's about time? I wasn't looking. I didn't catch what was about time. Me doing the keto or me doing the pies. As always, folks, this show is brought to you partly by the Self-Employed Tax Guy, the first ever tax prep company that was built from the ground up for you and me. Self-lodged plans for all your future and current planning needs. For you by me, Creative Designs, for all your unique gift ideas, and by Petty Phrases, who made this shirt. Because if you got something to say, go and say it with your chest. Let me see what happened. Oh, the healthy meals. Okay, yes. So, well, okay. I don't know if keto is necessarily healthy, but it is less carbs. But yeah, January I'm gonna do. Matter of fact, I know January is the low carb month, and I am gonna do another vegetarian month. So I might do it back to back. I might do the low carb in January, and then I might do vegetarian in February. Then I'm gonna go on my trip, and I come back, and I'm gonna have to lose some more weight again, because every time I travel, I gotta lose at least 5-10 pounds. And then I might do a pescatarian meal for those of you that like or don't eat animal flesh. We got about 4 more minutes left, folks, on this bacon, and then we're gonna toss it. And as my good buddy says, then we're gonna get to the money. We'll grab these green onions. Now, y'all know how a lot of, you see these dishes, and they got those little garnishments on them, either the parsley or whatnot. So I'm going to garnish these with green onions. But trust me on this one. It's not. I think I put it on the recipe. I don't know if I did or not, but trust me on this one. Yeah, I did. Go to creativemeals.com. You get the whole recipe. When I sprinkle these diced green onions on here, I ain't going to lie. When I first did the recipe, I did that because I was taking the picture that you saw at the beginning of the show, and I needed something to give it some contrast. I'm like, well, I ain't finna use no dadgum parsley, and so I had some green onions growing in the house, and I put that on there. Man, when I ate that chicken with the green onions on top, that green onion just kind of popped. So I went back after that, tweaked the recipe, put it on the thing. So unless you just don't like green onions or you're allergic to it, like some people I know allergic to cilantro, sounds like some bullcrap to me. Trust me, try it with a little green onions sprinkled on top. It is a nice little extra kick of flavor. I enjoyed it, and that's why I went back and tweaked it to add that on there. We got 3 minutes left, folks. The good thing about this whiskey wine is you don't get as inebriated as if I was, now, obviously, if I was drinking straight whiskey, I wouldn't have been pouring that big of a glass either. Not while I'm cooking. But it's, what is the ABV on this one? It's actually only 20%. So, for those of you who are like, well, what's 20%? A strong beer is 10%. Whiskey is 35% and up. Wine average is from 7 to about 15. A strong wine to 20. So it's like a strong wine. You know, I only gave you 5. Okay. I just thought about that because when I was counting them, when I put them in, I was going to do like 20 of them. I hate to hit these folks up. I'm going to use their product. They should give me a little shout out every now and again for using it. Because the DatGum thing actually does. Well, I think I like this one better than the other one. Yeah, but I got to talk with my resident affiliate advisor and find out how do I get the affiliation first. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm out of ice. Where we at? All right, we're in the last minute, folks. We're going to go ahead and toss these again and show you the final product. And so, for those of you that are football fanatics or like to have people over, well, this probably ain't the best meal for cards because it is sticky. Matter of fact, on the website, I put skip the napkins. It's okay to lick your fingers on this one. But this will be a great and very easy thing to do for your next Monday night football, Sunday night football, Super Bowl party. It'd be a very nice, quick recipe to do for that. All right, and we are done. All right, let me see, can y'all see what them look like in there? So that's what we're looking like right there. Now, we want to take these out. And we're going to kind of work fast here. On the bench. I don't know what this little Scooby snack of a wing is. All right, move this out my way. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the rest of that sauce. And get at a nice twist, turn, and shout. Make sure they very well seasoned. And then seasoned, mixed. And then we can go ahead and pile these on the plate. This is why I wish I had more friends that lived closer to me. Because sometimes you make, well, this ain't a lot really, but sometimes you make a whole bunch of food and be like, who the hell gonna eat all this? A little bit more drizzle. Let's go ahead, add in these green onions. I'm gonna be honest with y'all folks. I'm stalling. I'm stalling because I need to taste them, but I ain't trying to burn my mouth on camera. So I'm stalling just a little bit to see how that works. All right. Oh, now another thing I'm gonna do. I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't. But Splenda makes a brown sugar substitute. And y'all already know they have a regular granulated sugar substitute, those of you that's into that. So I'm going to try and mimic this sauce and a few of my other sauces using Splenda. I can't put the honey because honey is pure sugar. But I'm going to try and mimic this with Splenda and see can I get close enough so I can go through this whole low carb month. All right, folks. Now this is done. Let's go ahead and give this a taste test. I really wish I could get in closer so y'all can see what I'm seeing, but very, very tender, even after going through a bake and a fry. And to Adrian's question about the season all the way through to the bone. No exaggeration, all the way through to the bone. Very well flavorful, definitely tender. Oh, Adrian, you definitely welcome to be in the audience when I do the keto meals. Matter of fact, I might even move today just for you. But folks, trust me, you're tailgating, your fight parties, your Super Bowl parties, hell, I just want to cook some chicken tonight parties. This is the recipe to try, along with the one we're going to do next week when we do Snoop Dogg. Until next week, folks, remember, when it comes to cooking, we only have 3 rules. You got to have passion. You got to have patience. And dadgummit, you must be willing to practice. Join me next week. We won't be live, but we will be featuring Snoop Dogg's famous fried chicken. And keep on sending me them ideas, and I will see y'all again very soon. Love y'all. Yeah, I was thinking about that.